I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Let me go ahead and start this off real quick. A lot of you do not understand the difference between liking somebody and respecting somebody. That's a problem with the female population. Yeah, I'm about to go here with this one. Now, remember my last live stream? Not the one I did yesterday. I'm talking about the one that's previous. That's a prime example what the fuck I'm talking about. You see, the thing is, you claim you like this person, you like this man, but every time when you open up your goddamn mouth, it's disrespect. Who taught you that it's okay to like a man and disrespecting him at the same time? Who taught you that? Who really taught your monkey ass to say that bullshit? See, the thing is, a lot. I don't know who taught you that. You can't say all that shit you say at the same time. You don't have no fucking decorum. You don't have no truth within you. Okay. I keep running into this bullshit. Y'all think see, and this is the thing right here. All y'all want to do is use men as a beast of burden. That's all y'all are capable of doing. You see, y'all can sit there and talk about the red pill all you want, right? But understand something. The shit that y'all do, you verify the red pill's existence. Not verify. You um verify is not the right word. What's the right word? You give them the reason to exist. I'll put it like that. For lack of a better word, y'all give them the right to exist. Therefore, you're part of the problem. Validate. Thank you. Thank you. That's the word I was seeking for. That's the word that I'm seeking. You validate their existence. Because time after time, and I'm talking to two people, right? Two individuals that was on my panel and on my chat room. Y'all need to cut the bullshit. Now, the live stream I did was to the person who was in the chat room who did not come up on the panel. Now, if you respect a man Now, if you like a man, you have to respect him too, though. And y'all don't. You see, in order to um in order to respect this man, you have to understand why he's saying it. You have to try to gain understanding with him. Understanding and disagreeing are two different things. See, that's another issue that y'all can't conceptualize. Do y'all understand, or do you just want to disagree? I may not be a feminist, but I understand what the concepts and the concepts on why feminism should exist. I don't think a man should be a feminist. I think, you know, when I hear men try to be a male feminist, right? And I do agree with some women, some feminists who said men have no right to be a feminist or something like that. I agree. I agree with some. I agree with the sentiment because you're not a woman. But at the same time, though, you know, going back, but you know what? Hmm, I digress because I was about to go off to a tangent. So let me digress right back to my original point because I was going to go off on a whole other trip. So forgive me on that. But don't come to me saying I'm lying when I'm showing you video proof right there in front of you. And now, when I did that, you got up in your chat room. You got in my chat room. And again, my chat room. And you say, what does that have to do with this, that, and the third? Why did you compare this man's channel to this other man's channel? Well, no, you open up your mouth on your platform and say Big J is jealous of XXXXYZ because of women. And then when I show you the other video, the other channel holders, and him, me being on his platform and him being on my platform, you're going to ask a stupid ass question on, well, what does that have to do with what you're talking about? You're just fussing. No, you being dishonest. That's the point. A lot of you women are dishonest in this space. See, we can agree about the manosphere, right? But the problem is between me and the others is I see them as a threat. Y'all try to make money off of it. Y'all try to make YouTube money off of this when my goal is different. The goals are different. You see, that's where the dishonesty is at. What is the intent? The intent is to destroy them. Well, my intention is to destroy them, right? Politically, socially, culturally, destroy the red pill ideology because it's affecting the future. What you're doing is what your ass is doing is playing favorites, and then you're trying to put your finger in the wind of what is popular, who and what is popular. See, and the thing is, of all that information your ass knew, you should have told old boy, but you withholding information from him while he's over here being a big ass simp with his goofy ass arms and shit, waving the fucking wind. What's going on, V-Dub? Going on, V-Dub? I'm going with you. But yeah, and I'm gonna say something to a lot of you other niggas. It's you peacocking niggas I don't like either. You know, a lot of y'all are peacocking. Oh, you trying to relax on the YouTube streets? I'm gonna produce I'm gonna produce a video feed and I'm gonna call a lot of this shit out. You know, because I'm gonna go into the archives and I'm gonna pull up that I'm gonna say something that live stream I pulled up the other day. I'm gonna go right back to that live stream. No, I mean right back to that live stream that I played on the on the live stream I did. I think it was Monday. I'm pull that shit up so we can discuss what is Stoicism. You know. You was on Tommy's panel last night. Oh, but back to the point. What's the goal? See, the problem is y'all never want to ask the point. What's the goal? What's the goal going after the manosphere? See, if the women knew all about these other niggas, right? How come y'all didn't tell your boy, him, you know, the nigga over there? How come you didn't tell him about the cast of characters? See this is the dark side of this shit. This is the reason why I said a lot of you women ain't shit. You knew these niggas ain't shit, and then you sent your boy to be a crash test dummy. Y'all sent him out here to be a crash test dummy. You know, like the time when BJ showed up. BJ clowned the fuck out your boy. Anger Man, you know. I mean, well, you know, I'm gonna use BJ because BJ is a good example. The BJ came up in there, outmaneuver his ass, and it only took you women to save his ass. That's why I said women ain't shit. You know. And I'm gonna say something too, though. These so stupid bounties and shit. That's the laziest way of making content. That's lazy. That's some ghetto ass bullshit. See, you don't go on the white panels. You know, if you go to a white person's panel, a person or Asian person, or even a fucking ass Hispanic panel, they don't do no whole ass shit like this. We're gonna put bounties on you for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Only niggas would do that bullshit. And it reminds me of something, right? I'm going to be, I'm gonna sound, I'm a, some of y'all might call me a coon after this shit. I don't give a fuck. But anytime when you niggas do bounties, you know what that tells me? That tells me you ain't used to shit. That tells me you don't know how to you willing to sell your soul. That's what you're telling me. You're willing to sell your soul for some coins and it's also telling me that you don't have a job. That's what it's telling me. Now I know some idiot. I know some fucking idiot is going to say, "Well, Big J, remember what you did back in September or was it August and you got rid of Gabe and woo 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 woo." That was just one. That was uh. If we go back to that panel, I said I didn't want to do that shit. I only did that shit as a you know because I got tired of Rude Imp and Gabe fighting in my chat room. Other than that, I don't do that. See, that's if you do bounties, you prostituting yourself, and that's what it is. You prostituting yourself out there. What's going on, Hammer Time? You know, that's all you. That's all you are. You being a prostitute. You ain't no better. You ain't no better at some showgirl at a red light district, willing to sell your soul because you don't have the talent to actually do real content. Okay, you don't have it, and that goes for a lot of black YouTube. I got no respect for black YouTube. I don't. I don't have no respect for it. The shit was cute, right? The shit was cute when it first started. No, 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 no. I had to take that back. I take that back. It's like y'all begging with 10 couple on the side of the road and shit. That's how you niggas sound. Cause I remember that old my name is Reg. Right. Him, right? 10 for a cup. You begging. No grown man should beg for no cash app, for no super chat, none of that. If you're a grown ass man, okay? Grown people should not be begging for oh yeah man, oh yeah man, I want $5. You got this other nigga and V-Dub. Let's talk about that V-Dub. I know V-Dub. I'm gonna mention this shit. Why are you on Thanksgiving Day? You got one nigga on Thanksgiving. Now I'm over eating turkey, eating ham, eating duck, eating chicken. You know, with the I got 2 plates. One with turkey, one with duck. Ham, all that shit, right? All the trimmings. I'm eating this shit. Then the next day, because it's the day after Thanksgiving, because I wasn't worried about what's the shit going on with YouTube. And then I'm watching V-Dub's channel. Shout out to V-Dub who's in the chat room. And I'm looking at this nigga, this 50-year-old, 48, 49-year-old nigga on Thanksgiving Day shouting and screaming and crashing out because he didn't get his cash apps on Thanksgiving Day. You niggas are unoriginal. And he got the fucking nerve to talk about everybody else. On Thanksgiving Day, niggas. And it's not just him. I want you to understand something. It's not just him. His homeboy does it too. His homeboy, he did it too, because last year of 2024, his homeboy was doing a trial on Big J, and he was looking for donations and cash apps. You niggas are not original. You're telling the world that you broke. You're telling the world, man, you ain't shit. And that goes right back to homeboy over there, right? What happened on that other channel the other day, right? Nigga, we already know you ain't working. Nigga, from 7 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m., you should be at work. Now I know somebody gonna say, "Well, Big J, what about you? It's 12:14 p.m. and how come you ain't work?" I work at night. I work nights. My job requirement is to me for work at night. If you supposed to work at a construction company and supposed to be elite, supposed to be an architect, you supposed to work at a construction company, shouldn't you being working in construction requires you to work during the day? How come you asses online doing bounties? That's why though I don't respect you bitch ass niggas. And you bitches too. See, the men are broke and you women are broken. I'm gonna say it again. Now I used to say what the late great Kevin Samuels say. No, I'm sorry, not Kevin Samuels. Wrong person. Wrong person. I don't know why I said mention Kevin Samuels for. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I got to talk about Kevin in a minute on a few future video because I'm gonna talk about something. But I'm talking about the late great David Carroll. Now, some of us who remember David Carroll before he passed away, the late great David Carroll, he said this: black men are dumb, but black bitches are goofy. And the thing is, when he said that, I agree. You cannot sit there and make a point about how you know that you here for this, and then you're telling the world that you that you put out yours 10 cup out here for cash apps and this, that, and the third. And while you women are broken, he's broke, your ass is broken. See, a lot of you women are broken. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no fucking excuse. You heifers are broken. How many of these past relationship fuck ups do we have to endure without you, quote unquote, admitting that you might be the cause of that? No, you are the cause of your fuck ups. And I'm gonna say something too, right? I'm gonna say something else too while we having this. While I'm talking, I get to talk. You niggas don't, right? So let me go ahead and say this too. I don't want to hear none of you goddamn females talking about you married. Y'all out here married. But why you up on people's channels talking about relationships? And it's not during the daytime. It's not during the afternoon. You're doing this late at night. You got this young 20-something, 30-something year old woman who's probably born in the late 80s, early 90s. Possibly she's probably a Zoomer, so she probably was born in around 2000, 2001. But you on live stream talking about, oh, I'm married. I got a man. But every time somebody opens a panel, you brought your little boneheaded ass up on the panel, your narrow ass, talking about how black men ain't treating you right. But you supposed to have a man. You see, I'm really getting tired of you heifers doing this bullshit. That's why I said y'all are broken. Niggas are broke, but you broken. Niggas are dumb, but you goofy. Black men are dumb. Black women are goofy. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, you know what? David Carroll was right. He was right in that rabbit hole series. Because yes, I listened to 100 and I've got how many parts of that rabbit hole series he did. Some of that shit he was saying, some of it I don't agree with all of it, but there's a lot. So some of it I agree with. That's why old boy who coached at the goddamn Michigan State, that's why he fucked up. Couldn't even put his dick in check. Niggas couldn't even put their dick in check. Understanding, nigga, you got generational wealth. Your kids was about right. Slowly. Some of the things that David Carroll was saying, I was like, yeah. When it comes about that black church, I do agree with David Carroll when it came about that black church though, because I see it. Yeah. When he talk about that black church, when he talk about those so-called black institutions, I'll be looking at it and say, yeah, he might be on to something there. He's on to something on that shit. You know, all that misogyny shit, I didn't care for the misogyny. When he talk about that black church, when he talk about those black institutions, or the lack thereof, he's right. He's right on that shit. Nobody timed your ass out, May. But May, I'm tell you right now, May. I suggest May, you tread lightly. I ain't time you out, and you're not timed out. But tread lightly. Anyway, back to where I'm at, right? Um, right. Even V-Dub said, yeah, some of your messages are held. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ain't timed out. Shit. Only one who's gonna do the timeout is me. And I love kicking niggas out the chat room. I love that shit. You say something foul, I get your ass up out of here. But back to what I was saying, right? I remember that time I was, I was I forgot what I was at because I was talking about that black church and David Carroll, right? Yeah, but he's right on that shit. When he was talking about the rabbit hole series, that rabbit hole. I wish that rabbit hole series was somewhere else because some of the shit he was saying outside of the misogyny raw shit. We talk about that black church. We talk about elements inside the Democratic Party. When he talk about black conservatives, because he was dragging the shit. Candace Owens back in the day when he was doing all of that shit. He's right, and that goes right back to that football coach, Shermone Moore. I think that's his name, right? I'm thinking about doing a video dedicated to his ass. Because the thing is, your children had generational wealth. You up there, your name is on the history books of being the first black coach winning a championship of a certain college conference. And you blew that shit up. It's not even 9 months. It's not even a good year, and you fuck all of that up. Because see, I think black men, that's some shit we got to solve. There's some internal shit we got to solve on this shit. Because how many times you get caught up doing the same damn shit that other people, when there's warning signs surrounding your ass and you still not pick up on the warning signs. You are a black man. You're the only black man in the room. I remember see, that's why I'm gonna say this. I have been raised around with white people all my life. I've been the only black kid in the classroom on some during my upbringing. I'm the only black kid there. So when my mother told me, "Hey, you're the only one there," and she kept reminding me of that shit. You're the only one there. If you're the only nigga over there, right, and you're winning in life, right, whether it's sports, whether it's politics, whether it's this, that, and third, right, you got to understand that the pressure is on you. You cannot afford to fuck up. You cannot afford to fuck up. And TD, you might want to use some discernment of. You might want to use some. You might want to comprehend. It's probably a lot of y'all don't comprehend. So hold on. Let me highlight your statement. Let me highlight your statement. You need to know what comprehension is. Comprehend. because you're not there. You're not in that position. You're not always, when you're the only black man there or the only black person in that room, when it's nothing just Caucasians or Asians, I'm going to let you know, if you fuck up, you're not just representing yourself, you're representing everybody else that might come after you. That's Moore's problem. He forgot about that. He actually forgot about, what if I fuck up? Now you over here fraternizing with this woman, and then you got a wife and kids at home. Now there are people waiting for you to fuck up. There's people in your face, smiling in your face, waiting for your black ass to fuck up. You know, I was listening to Shannon Sharpe, right? Shannon Sharpe was crying about this. You see, Shannon Sharpe is crying about this now. Because if you go to this podcast, we talk about Coach Moore. That nigga was in tears. Shannon Sharpe was in tears about this. Because he saw what happened to Shannon Sharpe. You know, him talking about what happened to Shimon Moore. It's a replay. He's reliving what happened to him. I'm talking about Shannon Sharpe. He's actually reliving that. Shannon Sharpe was warned. Monique warned him. Cat Williams warned him. And too many of y'all are governed by the need for sex. Too many of y'all are governed. And you know, I don't want to go there with this. I really don't. Oh, how do you know that? Go to Shannon Sharpe's video when he's talking about you know, the coach for Michigan, and he's choking up. Go listen to it. You know what? Better yet, I'll do a video then. How about that? I'll do a video on that, because a lot of people is talking about his reaction to Coach Moore, because he talked about on his podcast. We're not talking about Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton is not white. I'm sorry, Bill Clinton is not black. And it was stupid for a lot of you Negroes to say he was the first black president, just because Monica Lewinsky, a fat BBW, blow him off, gave him a blow job and hand job. Y'all, you know, under the Resolute desk. Oh, he's black. Not talking about Bill Clinton. I'm talking about black men. Fuck black men going down, repeating the same mistake, and they're the only ones in that room. You're the main ones in that room. Yes, I'm primarily talking about black men because we usually black Americans, I should say, because we're the main ones in the room, the only ones that's in that room, knowing the fact there's enemies within that same room who don't want you to be in that room in the first place. You see, this is where May fucked up at. She thinks she tried to put this tagline on my ass about worshiping white women shit. See what the coach did, what Coach Moore did, all he did was he did two things. No, scratch that. He did three things. He validated the racial stereotype by white supremacists. You know, black men can't keep his pants, he can't keep it in his pants. He's governed by lust. You know, if you ever watched that movie, Birth of a Nation, that movie that was made in 1915, you know, Birth of the Nation movie. Oh, black men are governed by lust. As soon as you give black men power, all he want to do is fuck white women and shit. The second thing, what he invalidated, he invalidated about these suspicions. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Tate Tate? I ain't seen you in a minute. I see your community post, but I ain't seen you in a minute. Right, right, right. And that saxophone, yeah. Shit, let me shut up. I about to say something, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I didn't want y'all to know what I do anyway. That that's a hidden talent. I don't want nobody else to know. Where I was at, right? All you did is validated black women's suspicions and their insecurity or their low self-esteem, whatever the case may be, about black men with Caucasian women or non-black women. That's the second thing that's being validated. That's been used as a talking point. And then you got some of these stupid ass females on here. You know, you BWE, your swirlers, your divestors, right? You black women empowerment types. Y'all act like, well, if he had a black wife, he wouldn't do that. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard of. Black men are going to cheat no matter who he's with. That same black man is going to cheat regardless if that woman is white or black. He's going to do it. Because for a lot of us, pussy is just goddamn pussy to us. Ain't we not on that level like that. We not on that race loyalty shit like our black women. We see pussy, we like it. And the third thing that validate what he did validate, or let me choose my words carefully here, the best I can. It seemingly validate about generational wealth and why other black men are embarrassed. Yes, that did. I find that as an embarrassment. What Coach Moore did, I find that personally an embarrassment. because you don't represent just yourself, nigga. You represent everybody else. If you the only person in that room, if you the only nigga in that room, you don't just represent yourself and what you want. You represent everybody else because the future matters. The future matters. No, I'm not giving her the link. I'm not giving her the link. You know, and these are the three things that's been validated. You validate the white supremacist part of it. You validate black women's angst against black men as a whole, and then we're gonna talk about the black youth, how you validate by destroying and closing the door for the future of future black people joining up in it. You know, I feel embarrassed by looking at this shit. And I'm like, can you learn from the mistakes of other people? See, let me say something. See, I always learn from the mistakes of other people. I'm gonna use myself real quick. Let me use myself real quick because I don't like to talk about myself, but I'm gonna use myself as a good example. Every other black person, I'm talking about black men my age. I was only one out of two that did not have a kid before I turned 21. When I was in high school, when I was in high school and such, I was the only one that did not knock up any woman up. I'm not on child support. And now you got niggas on here trying to call me incel and shit. See, I learned at an early age, do not give into this stereotype. You know. Well, let me help you out then. Since May said this, right? How many white women does it take to ruin a life of a black man? Answer one. Yeah, the same way how Juanetta Gibson ruined Brian Banks, and she was a black woman. Juanetta Gibson ruined Brian Banks, and that was a lie. That woman lied on that man. Oh, he sexually assaulted me. Come to find out, he wasn't even there in the room. There was nowhere near. He was nowhere. He was not even within 100 feet of her. And that man served what 8 years in a penitentiary in a California criminal justice system. Oh yeah, what about the Duke lacrosse team? See, that's why a lot of you niggas don't want me on these debates because I know my history. I know about these fake fraudulent great cases. Men, there's some men who got caught up in some whole ass shit they had nothing to do with. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's always going to be a white woman going to get black. Yeah, I know that. I knew about Rosewood, and I know about the Georgetown riots and the riots I've got the other race riot that a white woman screaming and niggas getting killed and shit. We know about that. That ain't nothing new. But you can't just sit there and say that when there's also women within their own race lying about, oh, homeboy touch me when homeboy was across town. Now, Shannon's problem is he's governed by lust. You see, Shannon he is a Gen Xer. So he's a Gen Xer from Georgia. So he probably never went around white. He probably, when he was growing up, he probably never went to the same school with white people. He never been around white women. As soon as he went to university, you know, and knowing how some of us are, we like to try what is exotic. Now, white women are not exotic to me. They're not. Same way as black women are not exotic to me. Okay, so what he did, he saw white women as an oddity or as exotic. So therefore, he tried to jump. So anyway, I don't want to hear all that bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that white woman on TikTok. That white woman on TikTok, you went ahead and said, "Oh, I was doing the Uber Eats, and I went in that house." Wait a minute, why you went in that house for? And why did you falsely accuse somebody grabbing you and did X, Y, and Z to you? You lied, woman. Now I wanted to do a video on that. I really want to do a video on that, but the problem is I did not want to do a video on that because I don't want to seem like to be like a MGTOW nigga. I don't want to be seen as a red pill nigga, like MGTOW brothers. I don't want to sound like that. That's why I didn't do a video on that white woman who supposed to be who's doing the Uber Eats shit and lied about that man who ordered the food, saying that man who ordered the food, grabbed her and did what else at his house, and almost got that man killed. So I didn't want to sound like these incels and these manosphere, these MGTOW niggas, especially you MGTOW niggas who can't grasp the concept. If men are going their own way, why are you still talking about women? You're supposed to decenter women. If you're supposed to decenter women, why are you still talking about women? But that's a whole. I do that a whole other time. You know what? That's for a whole other time. I go off on that though. But the point is, let me get right back into focus. You got to learn. You got to learn the mistakes from other men. That's why Shannon Sharpe was crying on his podcast. Well, I want to say he was crying. He was choking up. That's why he was choking up about Coach Moore. because I bet you in the back of his head that Shannon said, only if I listen to Cat Williams, only if I listen to Simone. I mean, not Simone. I mean, Monique. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy, y'all. Forgive me. You know, only if you listen to them. Watch out. They're coming. You know. Um, so yeah, it is what it is, though. But back to the original topic, though, right? Um, don't say you like me, but yet you don't respect me. Okay, if you want to love me, you got to respect me. So, and don't think I'm just talking about one woman. There's another woman I'm referring to too. There's about two other women I'm referring to, not just Bomb. Okay, I'm not just referring to Bomb. I'm talking about there's a few other y'all who claim to like me, but then y'all really don't do the respectful shit. Man, listen. I love redheads. I mean, I love redheads. I'm sorry, man. I love redheads, man. You. If I see a redhead, I'm like, oh, okay. I might have to holler at you though. If I see a redhead, I'm just say, hey, what's going on? Now, the thing is, you miss. See, when okay, now you're talking about MGTOW, right? I actually respect MGTOW if you okay. Let me put it like this: if you look at people like Stardust, right? Stardust will tell you he's MGTOW, but you don't hear him talk about women at all. He'll talk about the concepts of men need to center himself, and men got to center himself. He got to have some self control, and I'm talking about in the grand scheme of things about MGTOW. That's one thing I can learn from it, right? If you watch certain people like like Stardust, the Thinking Ape, people like Spasniz at the time. Now Spasniz died. Spasniz died young. I'm like, damn, that that white boy was my age, and he died. I find out he died a few years ago. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, right? But I have a problem with these other so-called MGTOW. All they're talking about is what women doing, or Anton Daniels is right, and Tommy's right, and women. I got a problem with them because if you're going your own way, why are you still complaining? You're supposed to do decentered women. So some aspects of it is good, but those who claim themselves to be it, they on some misogynistic shit. Oh, no. Let me say they on some ultra. misogynistic shit. If all they do is talk about women all day in every video and shit. So that's my, because I'm being fair about the MGTOW community. I'm being fair about it. I'm being a little bit fair about the shit. I just had a problem with these niggas these clowns that talk about women every chance they get. A woman will sneeze. Oh, she's a bitch because she sneezed. I mean, saying stupid shit like that. A woman might talk about her dating issues. Oh, we got a dog power on this woman. That's what MGTOWs do. Well, these low class MGTOWs will do. Other than that, the other people, that's on some totally whole other shit, had nothing to do with women at all. What's going on, Pierre? Man, anyway, I'll tell you why. Because I see them as a threat. I see them as a threat. Always see them as a threat. And it's not just I see them as a threat. It's just that they keep fucking up on my channel. I'm gonna use this as a case in point, right? Ever since I've been doing interviews, right? There is a bitch ass nigga. Well, bye bye, May. Bye bye. Yeah. Head on out, May. Bye bye. Anyway, where was I at, right? Oh yes. It is personal. I do have a personal problem. It is a personal problem. Let me say it like it's a political and a personal problem. Now it's personal because when I would do my interviews, one of these low grade Negroes try to contact every person I interviewed and try to fuck that up. You got a 50-year-old man. You had a 50-year-old man. A 50-year-old black man. No, he ain't 50. He's about 55, 56 at this point, right? He actually got on two of my supporters' comment section and even on my comment section trying to contact the people who I interviewed and try to fuck that up. I ain't gonna say his name because that's what he wants. I ain't gonna say his name. That's why I said I have a hatred. You trying to sabotage what I'm trying to do. All because I'm trying to remove myself out of this space. That's the whole damn purpose of it. I can't be talking to some of y'all anymore. I'm not gonna be listening to a bunch of black men getting online on panels talking about black women this and the women are bitches, the women are hoes. Who wants to be in a space we hear niggas saying that shit every day? Who wants to be in a space hearing and seeing that shit on a daily basis? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. I need to order me some wings. That's right. Hold on. I got no, no, no. I'm gonna order some wings later on when I before I go to work. Oh man. Oh man, I gotta give me some wings, man. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. Today's the day for the wings, man. Anyway, yeah, them wings with barbecue sauce on it. Oh man. Anyway, my mouth is watering for those wings. Shit. I'm sorry. Let me calm down because yes. Yeah, man, that food truck is here. Anyway, it's from a black business that it's from a black business peer. I know him. I'm about to give him some wings. I had like they gave me 15 wings the other day, man, and they fried the wings and they put barbecue. Oh man, the barbecue sauce and the ranch. Oh man, that shit was on point. That shit was on point, man. Oof, oof. No, these some special wings, man. These wings, oh man, these oh no, yeah, I gotta go over there. I'm gonna call in. I got to call on the phone. Listen, man, I want 15 wings, please. Yeah, 15 wings, man. Shit. So I got that credit card ready for their asses. I forgot today's the day for them. Shit. But anyway, but back to my point, right? Back to my point. It, you know, that's why I said you are the enemy. You've been the enemy. You've been getting in the way because you refuse to see the light. You refuse to see what's going on. And here is you. Here is your monkey ass trying to be the fucking ass. You think everything's supposed to be a joke. Not everything's a joke. Not everything is a joke. Not everything should be treated as a joke because it's your image that's on the line. And knowing how societies form, image is everything. So to that 50-year-old nigga over there, nigga, nigga, don't you ever try to come after me on some do some whole ass shit to me like that. You know, and that's what it is though. So anyway, I know I went all over the place on that. But why you hang around with low grade? Because I see him as a threat, and I see the other bullshit. But anyway, I've been here for over an hour or so. You know, So let me get off of here, and I'm gonna try to do another interview before the holidays or after the holidays, because I'm trying to get um an author. How much are the wings? I think like $15, I guess. It's about $15. Yeah, but I'm gonna add fries to it. Yeah, cause I'm gonna eat good though tonight. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna eat good tonight. When I when because it's going since it's raining and shit. I'm gonna eat good and everything else. So anyway, um, it's 1 p.m. And I've been over the hour, and I'm gonna catch up on some Z's, and I'll see y'all next time. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a good one.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.